Welcome to series of videos on theory of structures. I hope you must have watched my previous videos on analysis of fixed beam. In this video, I am going to explain how you can analyze a fixed beam in 3 different ways so that you can use the way which you find more easy. So we are going to solve a numerical example on fixed beam which is subjected to partial UDL and a moment of 40 kilonewton meter. And we are going to calculate, because of these loads, what are the fixed end moments at support A and support B. So there are 3 different ways by which we can solve this problem. So in fixed beam, there are 4 reactions if the beam is subjected to vertical load. That is 2 reactions at A, 1 moment and 1 vertical reaction, and 2 reactions at B, 1 moment and 1 vertical reactions. So the first way of solving this problem is considering support moments at fixed support as redundant reactions. So considering MAB and MBA as redundant reaction, that is first way. We can also solve this problem by considering reactions at any of the fixed support as redundant reaction. That means considering MAB and RA as redundant or MBA and RB as redundant. We can also solve this problem by using standard formula. In that case, you have to remember the standard formula for different loading cases. So let us study how to analyze the fixed beam using 3 different ways. We are considering this fixed beam which is subjected to partial load of 30 kilonewton meter as a UDL and 40 kilonewton meter moment. And we are going to calculate fixed end moment at supports using 3 different ways. Now let us consider support moment at fixed support, that is MAB and MBA, as redundant reactions. I have already explained in previous video that for a fixed beam with vertical load, there are 4 reactions, 2 vertical reactions RA-RB and 2 moments MAB, MBA, out of which we have to consider 2 reactions as redundant reaction because degree of static indeterminacy is 2 in this case. This is already explained in previous video. Now the first way is to consider fixed end moments MAB and MBA as redundant reaction. So what we do in step number 1, we split up the beam like this. If you remove the redundant reaction, it will become a simply supported beam, and on second beam we will apply the moments. So this combination of these two is the given beam. So step number 1 is split the beam into simply supported beam with load and then simply supported beam with the support moments. Step number 2 is to draw the bending moment diagram for each beam. Each beam means the beam with given loading and beam with the end moments. So first of all, we will see the bending moment diagram for the moments. It is a trapezium like this, MAB and MBA. And since it is hogging, I am considering here hogging moment. I have written minus here inside the diagram. So this is, always remember that for fixed end moments, the diagram will be trapezium if you are considering fixed end moments as redundant. After that, we have to draw bending moment diagram for this simply supported beam. You must have studied how to draw the bending moment diagram in second year, strength of material. So same procedure you have to adopt here to draw the bending moment diagram for this simply supported beam. So in step number 1, we have to split up the beam. And in step number 2, we have to draw the bending moment diagram for each beam. So I have already explained how to draw the bending moment diagram for fixed end moment. Now we will draw bending moment diagram for the loads. Now let us draw bending moment diagram for this case. If anybody has difficulty in drawing bending moment diagram, please watch video using link at the top. The link is also provided in description box. So to draw the bending moment diagram for this beam, first of all, we have to calculate the reactions at the support. So I'm not going to explain in detail how to calculate the reactions. So for that, to calculate RA, we will take summation of moment at B equal to 0, taking clockwise as positive, you will get reaction at A is equal to 70.56 kilonewton. Once you calculate RA, then to calculate RB, we have to apply summation of vertical forces equal to 0. So you will get RA plus RB is equal to total downward load, which is equal to 30 into 3. You know that the load due to UDL is intensity of the load multiplied by the length. So you will get reaction at B as 19.44 upward. So first step is to calculate reactions at the support. Next is to calculate bending moment at various locations. So in this case, we have to calculate bending moment at A, bending moment at C. Whenever there is a moment or couple on the beam, then we have to calculate just to the left of that point and just to the right of that point, and then bending moment at end support. Now you know that the bending moment at simple support is always 0. That is bending moment at A and bending moment at B is 0. Now we will calculate bending moment at C, then bending moment at D left and D right. So bending moment at A is 0. Bending moment at C. Now bending moment is force into perpendicular distance. And distance we measure from the section. That means all the distance we have to measure from C. So RA into 3 minus moment due to this UDL is total load, which is 30 into 3. It will act at 1.5. So if you calculate, you will get bending moment is positive 76.68 kilonewton meter. You know that positive bending moment means sagging and negative means hogging. Then we will calculate bending moment just to the left of this couple. So bending moment, while calculating bending moment, you have to measure the distance from the point where you want bending moment. That means here we will be measuring the distance from D. So how you will get the bending moment at D left? So it is RA into 6 minus the load due to UDL is 30 into 3. It will act at 1.5 from C. So 1.5 plus 3. So what will be the distance of this? It will be 4.5. So you will get 18.36 kilonewton meter. After that, to calculate bending moment to the right of D, the same value will be there. Only thing you have to add this 40 kilonewton meter. Now whether this 40 kilonewton meter is positive or negative. So for that, you have to see that whether its effect is just like vertical load or downward load, vertically upward load or downward load. So if you see the effect of this 40 kilonewton meter, then its effect is just like RA. That means it is positive. So to this 18.36, you have to add 40. So to calculate bending moment at D right, you have to add 40. So you will get 58.36 kilonewton meter. And we know that bending moment at B is 0. After calculating bending moment values, then you have to draw bending moment diagram. Since we got all the values positive, so bending moment ordinate you have to draw on above the line. So if you draw the ordinates above the lines and if you join it, you will get bending moment diagram something like this. So you have to join this between A to C by a curved line, and then all other are the straight line, linear variation will be there. And then after that, you have to divide this area into different zones. This is A1, this is A2, A3, and A4. So in step number 2, what we did, we have drawn a bending moment diagram for load and bending moment diagram for due to these fixed end moments. These are the unknowns in this problem, MAB and MBA. After drawing the bending moment diagram, step number 3 is apply compatibility equations. In this fixed beam, we know that slope at A and slope at B is 0. By moment area method, we know that difference between slope of 2 points, that is at A and B, is given by area of bending moment diagram between those 2 points. So difference of slope at A and B is 0. So we can apply slope at A, that is slope at A is 0, that is theta A is 0. So how we are going to calculate it? By taking the area of bending moment diagram between A and B. So we get equation A upon EI is equal to 0. Now in this beam, EI is constant. So we can simplify this further. Since EI is constant, so for simplicity, in calculation, I am ignoring the value of EI. So we can write A is equal to 0. We can simplify this equation and we can write A is equal to 0. That means this A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 plus A5 plus A6 is equal to 0. So next thing is we have to calculate these areas A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 and A6. Now in this bending moment diagram, except A1, all other areas are a triangle, and you know that area of triangle is half base into height. Only thing is how to calculate A1. So let us see how to calculate A1. So this I have divided into triangle and this curve part. Now area of triangle, we know that half base, which is 3 meter, into height, that is 76.68. Now what is the area of this curve portion? So it is half base into height plus, now area of this curve portion due to UDL is WL cube by 12. It is given by formula WL cube by 12. So W is 30, L is 3 divided by 12. So we get A1 is equal to 182.52. After that A2, A3, these are just triangles. So half base is 76.868 multiplied by height, perpendicular height is 3 meter. So this is area A2. Area A3 is half, then this is 18.36 and this distance is 3 meter. So we get A2, A3 like this. After that A4 half into 58.36 into 3, 87.54. Then A5 and A6 half base, which is MAB into 9. Similarly A6 half base into height, that is 4.5 MAB and 4.5 MBA. Once you calculate the areas, just take addition of the areas and equate it to 0. You will get first compatibility equation. So if you add all the areas, you will, and if you simplify it, you will get the equation 4.5 MAB plus 4.5 MBA is equal to 412.62. If you further simplify it, you will get the equation MAB plus MBA is equal to 91.69. Let us call this as equation A. Now let us see what is the second condition, second compatibility equation. Since there are two unknowns, we will need two equations. Second compatibility equation is deflection at A is 0. Now how we calculate deflection at A? Using moment area method. We draw tangent at A, we draw tangent at B. Difference between the tangents is given by the moment of areas of bending moment diagram about A. That is the deflection. But here, difference between the tangent at A and tangent at B is 0. And therefore, we get A into x bar upon EI is equal to 0, where A is area of these various diagrams and x bar is distance from A, because we are calculating deflection at A. Now let us take moment of all the areas about A. Now A1 contains two parts. So this is triangular part multiplied by what is the distance of this triangle, CG of this triangle from A. It is 2/3, that is 2 meter. Then area, this area has its CG at the center, that is at 1.5 meter. So this is the moment of area A1. Then area A2 is a triangle. So its distance is, this is 3 meter plus 1/3 of 3, that is 1 meter, 3 plus 1, 4 meter. A3 is 3 meter plus 2 meter and A4 is 6 meter plus 1 meter. Then CG of this A5 is 1/3 of 9, which is 3 meter, and CG of A6 is 2/3 of 9, which is 6 meter. Equate it to 0, you will get second equation. If you multiply all the areas by its distance of CG from A, you will get, and if you simplify it, you will get equation like this. That is 13.5 MAB plus 27 MBA is equal to 1541.85. If you simplify it further, you will get MAB plus twice MBA is equal to 114.21. Let us call this as equation B. So after applying first compatibility equation, we got this first equation, and after applying second compatibility equation, this is our second equation. Now solve these equations simultaneously. You will get value of MAB and MBA. So step number 4 is solve simultaneous equations. So these are the equations we have derived. So if you solve these equations, you will get MBA is equal to 22.52 kilonewton meter and MAB as 69.17 kilonewton meter. And both the moments we got positive. Positive means here we have already considered hogging moment and we are getting positive result. That means whatever we have assumed is correct. That means these moments are hogging moment. So this is the first way of solving this problem. Now, as you know that after calculating moments, the last step is to draw the bending moment diagram. So we draw the bending moment diagram by superimposition. That means the bending moment diagram due to load over which we overlap the bending moment diagram due to fixed end moments. So this we have already drawn, over which now we will overlap the bending moment due to fixed end moments. So we have already calculated these fixed end moments and these are hogging moment. Now remember that the due to load, there is sagging bending moment, and due to movements, there is hogging bending moment. So we will overlap positive diagram, negative diagram over these positive diagrams. Now here MAB is 69.17. So we will draw ordinate 69.17 here. Then here we know that MBA is 22.52. So draw here 22.52 and join this. Whatever portion is there which is above this line is positive, and whatever portion which is not overlapped with positive diagram is the hogging portion. So this portion is hogging portion, and the portion which is above this line is a sagging portion. And where there is overlapping of positive or negative, there will not be any bending moment. So this is how we can draw the bending moment diagram in this case. Now the second way of solving this problem is by considering reactions at any of the fixed support as redundant reaction. That means either you can consider reactions at B as unknown, that is RB and MBA as unknown, or you can also consider MAB and RA as redundant. So either consider this as redundant or this as redundant. In second case, when we remove the redundant reactions and split up the beam, we get cantilever beam. Whereas in first case, we get a simply supported beam. So that is the main difference in first method and second method. In first method, we get simply supported beam, whereas in second method, we get cantilever beam after removing the redundant reactions. So in method number 2, first step is split the beam. So for this beam, I am going to consider these reactions, that is MBA and RB, as redundant. Reactions at B as redundant. I will tell you why I am considering reactions at B as redundant and not at A. So in this case, when we remove the redundant reaction, that is RB and MBA, it becomes a cantilever beam. Now why I have removed these reactions here, why I have considered these as redundant reaction and not at A. Now remember that whenever there is a partial UDL on the beam, then it will be easy to draw the bending moment diagram. If there is partial UDL on the beam, if you put this partial UDL near the fixed support, then it is easy to draw the bending moment diagram. And therefore, I have removed these reactions, or I have considered these as redundant reaction. Suppose this UDL is on this side, in that case, you prefer to remove these reactions, that is consider these as redundant reaction. So try to put this UDL and in the end portion, that is to near the fixed support. So if you split up this beam, so first beam is only with load, second beam is with reaction RB, and third beam is with moment MBA. So we are considering RB and MBA as redundant reaction. So what is the direction we have considered here? RB as vertically upward and MBA as hogging. Okay, so for this we have to draw the bending moment diagram. Step 2 is to draw the bending moment diagram for each beam. So while drawing the bending moment diagram for this case, here we will consider each load separately. So whenever there are multiple loads on the beam, consider the effect of each load separately. So we will take the section, and while drawing the bending moment diagram, look at the right part of the section. So you will get the value of bending moment. So here we are going to draw bending moment diagram for 40 kilonewton meter separately, bending moment diagram for 30 kilonewton meter per meter, for this UDL separately, then bending moment diagram for RB, and then bending moment diagram for MBA. So there will be 4 bending moment diagrams in this case. And while drawing the bending moment diagram, you have to look at the right portion of this section. For example, while drawing bending moment diagram for 40 kilonewton meter, up to D, there is no moment if you look at, or there is no load if you look at right side of this beam. When we go to D, there is a moment of 40 kilonewton meter. Now whether to consider this 40 kilonewton meter positive or negative. So if you go to this left side of this D, and if you find the effect of 40 kilonewton meter, it is just like a downward force. So effect of 40 kilonewton meter is just like a downward force, and therefore you have to consider that diagram as negative diagram. So let us see. So here, see here, this first diagram is due to 40 kilonewton meter, because if you take the section anywhere from B to D, there will not be any force, there will not be any bending moment diagram. At D, it is negative 40. I told you why I have considered negative, because if you see the effect of 40 kilonewton meter, it is just like a downward force. And if you see the effect of this 40 kilonewton meter from D to A, it is constant. You know that we don't have to multiply this moment by distance. So it is a rectangle and its ordinate is 40. After that, we will consider effect of UDL. Then when you consider effect of UDL, we will consider only the effect of UDL, not the moment. So from B to C, if you take the section and look at the right side, there will not be any bending moment. Then bending moment at C is 0. And if you calculate bending moment at A, what is bending moment at A due to this 30 kilonewton meter? It is load, that is 30 into 3. It will act at 1.5 meter from A. So 30 into 3 into 1.5 will be this ordinate. Then bending moment due to this RB. Bending moment at this point is 0. If you go towards this, bending moment will increase, and it is RB into distance. So it will be 9 into RB, and it is positive. Remember that the bending moment due to upward forces is always positive, which is sagging, and bending moment due to downward forces is always negative, that is hogging. So bending moment due to RB is RB into 9, which is positive. Then bending moment due to this moment, it is hogging moment, and its effect is just like a downward force on the beam, and therefore it is MBA. So it is constant MBA throughout this beam. So this is how to draw the bending moment diagram in this case. So for this case, we get bending moment ordinates due to this moment as minus 40, due to UDL as minus 135, due to RB, that is 9 RB, which is positive, and due to MBA, it is negative hogging MBA. Now next step is to apply the compatibility condition, and you know that what are the compatibility condition. So here we are going to consider apply the slope at B is equal to 0. So A upon EI is equal to 0. So EI is constant. So for simplicity, we will ignore it. That means we are going to write A is equal to 0. A is equal to 0 means A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 is equal to 0. So this is our first compatibility condition. So calculate A1, A2, A3, A4, add it, you will get first compatibility condition. First compatibility equation. So let us calculate area A1, A2, A3 and A4. So if you calculate it, A1 is 40 into 6, which is 240. A2 is 1/3 base into height. So 1/3 into 3, This ordinate is 135, so you will get minus 135. Then area of this A3 is half base into height, so you will get 40.5 RB. Then minus 9 MBA is area A4. If you simplify this equation, then you will get 4.5 RB minus MBA is equal to 41.667. Let us call this as equation number A. Next is we have to calculate the distance of these areas from B, because we are going to apply the condition that deflection at B is equal to 0. To apply second compatibility equation, we will need the distance of all the areas from B. So for that, these are the areas A1, A2, A3, A4. X1 is 8.25. How we got this 8.25? So it is 3 meter plus A1 is this 40 into 6, which is minus 240. Its distance is 3 meter plus 3 meter, which is 6 meter. Then A2 is area of this 1/3 base into height. Its distance is 8.25 meter, which is 6 meter plus 3/4 of 3. It is 8.25 meter. Then area A3 is 40.5 into RB, and X3 is from B, it is 2/3 of 9, which is 6 meter. And A4 is, this is area, and its distance is half of 9, which is 4.5 meter. Now, if you multiply A1, X1, A2, X2, A3, X3, and A4, X4, add it, you will get second compatibility condition. So second compatibility condition is to apply deflection at B is 0, that is AX bar upon EI is equal to 0. If you multiply all the areas by its respective distance of CG from B, you will get this equation. If you simplify this equation further, then you will get the equation 6RB minus MBA is equal to 63.056. Let us consider this as equation B. Now step number 4 is to solve these equations simultaneously. So these are the two equations we have derived. These equations are in terms of redundant, that is RB and MBA. If you solve these equations, you will get RB is equal to 14.26 kilonewton positive. Positive means whatever direction we have assumed, that is upward, is correct. MBA is 22.5 kilonewton meter positive. That means we have assumed the direction hogging, bending moment as hogging. So that assumption is correct. So we got this 22.5 kilonewton meter as MBA. Now in this case, when you consider redundant reaction at any support as redundant, you will not get the moment at other end. At other end, you have to calculate the moment by applying equations of equilibrium. Now let us see how to calculate the moment at other end, that is MAB. So here we have, after solving the compatibility equations, we got RB as 14.26 kilonewton and MBA as 22.5 kilonewton meter hogging. So we will apply the condition summation of moment at A is equal to 0. So if you apply it, you will get 9 RB minus MBA minus this 40 minus 30 into 3 into 1.5, because distance from A is 1.5. Now plus MAB is equal to 0. So we get, if you solve this and simplify this, you will get MAB is equal to 69.16 kilonewton meter. So applying the condition, that is equilibrium condition at A, summation MA is equal to 0, we get moment at A, whose far end is B, at 69.16 kilonewton meter, which is hogging. And we have already calculated MBA, that is 22.5 kilonewton meter. Once you get the moment, then after that you can draw the bending moment diagram as explained in method number 1. Now, third way of solving this problem is using standard formula. In this beam, there are two loads. One is partial UDL and second is moment. So for partial UDL, we do not have any standard formula. But for moment, we have standard formula. So for this partial UDL, we take a small strip out of this and then we can apply the formula which is related to eccentric point load, that is WAB square upon L square and WA square B upon L square. So let us see how we can calculate fixed end moment using standard formula. So for partial UDL, we will be using the formula of point load, and for moment, there is a standard formula which we are going to use. Whenever there is partial UDL on the beam, then we take a section at distance x, a small strip dx. Because of this, there is a load which is W, and W is intensity of load 30 multiplied by dx. You know that the load due to UDL is intensity multiplied by distance. So here the load which is on this small elemental strip is 30 into dx. So we consider W as 30 into dx, and then we write the formula WAB square upon L square, and then we integrate it from 0 to 3 to get the value. So here we are going to use two standard formulae. One is for eccentric point load, which is WAB square upon L square, which is MAB, and MBA is WA square B upon L square. And for moment, if M is the moment, then MAB is MB L square upon B minus 2A, and MBA is MA L square upon 2B minus A. So using this standard formula, we now calculate the fixed end moment at A and B by adding the effect due to partial UDL and then due to moment. Now let us see how to calculate moment at A, that is MAB. We know that due to this point load, the formula is WAB square upon L square, and due to moment, this is the formula. Now we will substitute W as 30 dx, A as x, and B as 9 minus x upon L square, which is 9 square. And here also we will substitute the respective value. Here A is 6 and B is 3 and M is 40. So if you write this equation, you will get something like this: 30 dx into 30 dx is this W, x is A, and B is 9 minus x square upon 9 square, plus moment due to this is this. If you simplify this, you will get this expression. This UDL we have to integrate from 0 to 3. So if this partial UDL is not at the end, but it is somewhere in between along the length, then you have, for example, suppose it is from 2 meter onwards, then here instead of 0, you have to write 2. So if you solve this equation, this integration, you can use your calculators for calculating this integration. So if you solve this, you will get MAB is equal to this. And further, if you calculate the value, you will get MAB is equal to 69.17 kilonewton meter. So this is how to calculate MAB. Remember that MAB is hogging. After that, we will calculate bending moment at B, that is MBA. So for that, we will use this standard formula WA square B upon L square. And this is first formula is due to this point load W. And second formula is due to moment. So if you substitute the values of all these quantities, so you will get MBA as this. And if you simplify this, you will get MBA as 22.5 kilonewton meter. So these are the three different ways by which you can analyze the fixed beam. I hope you will find this video useful. Thanks for watching.